Um, my name is John Digby. I've been doing collage for about 43 years and I specialise in black and white. I've never done colour, solely because I love the white page and the black ink of a printed book, and that has influenced me a great deal.
Great. We have some examples of your work here.
Yes. Well, most of these images come from the 19th century, and they come from 19th century books which have been totally mangled and broken, and nobody wants them. So I pick them up. I go up to upstate New York in these huge book barns, and I can show you a broken book if you want me to show you one.
Okay, very good.
I'll show you a broken book. This is what they call a broken book, and nobody wants to repair this. You can see that it's it's in a terrible state, and nobody wants to repair it. So they usually throw these things away. But I go up to the book barns and I purchase these at a fairly reasonable price.
Okay, great. So basically the shelves that are lining your studio are filled with books, yeah. And this is all your material.
This is all my material. I've collected this over 40 years. It's taken me 40 years to collect this. And as you can see here, that here is one of the natural history books I've used, and I brought this in this state. Well, I mean, I don't know how much I paid for it, not very much, but nobody wants these. So I said, well, you know, as you can see, look, I took this out.
Okay, great. Let's talk about your process. Let's move on to your desk and let's see how you work.
Okay, right, okay. Let me put this away then. My actual process of doing the collage, obviously, collage is paper and paste. Now,
you start with these books here. Yes, you have some examples.
Yeah. Now I start with these books here. I start with these. I get the
figure of an animal.
What I want. Then I put it into the computer and I scan it on acid-free paper. All the paper I use is acid-free. Now, in the 19th century, when they produced books like this, they put wood pulp in with the other materials that make the paper, and this is why it goes brown and it goes yellow, because there's a lot of acidity in the book. Mm-hmm. So obviously, when I do it, I make sure that all the paper I use is ordinary paper, but it's acid free.
And it makes it very durable, yes?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And even the background is acid free, and I use white gesso to coat.
To protect it further.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. And you have another book in here. One is, this is a book of natural history and mostly animals.
This is a book of the picturesque America, and you can see what type of shape it was in. And I got this for, I think I got it for about 50 cents or something. Nobody wanted the damn thing, so I said, well, I'm going to buy it. I brought it.
And you're using this for a background, yes?
Yes, I use this. I use all this. This is for all the landscapes that go inside this animal, right?
Okay, so let's talk about the process. How do you begin?
Right. The first thing I did, I choose an animal. In this case, it's a camel.
Okay.
This is the camel. Right. Then I take this. I go in the next room to my to my computer and my
Copier, I guess,
copier,
yeah.
and I blow it up to the size I need, and then I remove the camel. So now I have the shell. This is the shell.
What tool do you use to cut out?
Well, I
this?
use a scalpel.
It's like a surgical.
A surgical scalpel. Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes, many collagists use scissors, but I don't use them. I use a scalpel.
Okay, great. And let's say you have your contour cut out.
Yes.
And then what's the next step?
Right. The next step is to find the background, and the background for this one is as it's a camel in a desert. I got this for a background. This is the background I want. This is the background.
Oh, that's great.
Now, I'm going to... Here's some of the camels I'm doing. These are the huge camels that have now been done. There you are. And these are what we call spots.
Okay.
This is one.
But these are already placed on the background, that's correct?
Yes, this is...
Okay,
this is
so how do you place it on the background?
Well, how do I place it in the background? Well, I cut out the shape of the camel and I go through books and I find the background. Now, sometimes it's not one piece, it could be 3 or 5 different pieces I use.
I see. And how do you reinforce them?
How do I?
How do you reinforce the paper?
Oh, I reinforce the paper.
Could we see it?
Yeah, I'm going to reinforce the paper with, they call it Okawara paper, and it's acid free. And it's handmade. And I buy this from, I have quite a few friends, girlfriends, but not that type of girlfriend.
I see.
Just
okay,
friends.
very good. So then we would take this image and
Yes.
you would...
I would paste this on the back here, as you see. Look, this is on.
It's already pasted. It already has the backing.
Yeah.
Great.
And then I place this on there. I place this on here, and that's the next step. And then the next step is I cut these out from other books, from other destroyed books.
Oh, so you may have some other figures going into it.
Other figures, and what I do, I place these in here in time.
Great. And you use the same paste to
I use
join
always
it.
the same paste. It's a non-acidic paste.
I see.
That's more important than anything else. Yes.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
Okay, and to come to the next stage,
Yes.
what will that entail?
I'm sorry?
What is the next step? You already have
Right,
the background, you have all the figures.
Right.
What's
Now,
the next?
Right. Look. Well then, once I've cut out, once I've combined the 3 or 4 pieces into one, I make sure that you can't see how many pieces there is. So I use black and white ink to disguise the cuts.
Oh, that's great. And these are your tools, yes? Here I see you have brushes and...
These are my scalpels, yes. They are surgeon scalpels.
Yes. And
Yes.
more brushes and more pencils.
Well, the brushes I use, I mean, I buy these from, these are from China. I buy these because I don't buy very good brushes because the paste will destroy
The bristles?
Bristles.
I see.
So I don't use them. But these are very good, and I work well with these, and I wash these out with liquid soap.
I see.
To remove the paste.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, let's look at couple other examples of your work. In here we have other animals, no?
Okay. Yeah, this is a deer, this is a moose, this is a antelope, and this is a rhino. But
you also have abstract work, no?
yes, I have abstract. Oh, sorry.
No.
The abstract work is here. Now, I don't do abstracts per se. I do abstracts solely because I'm interested in the national phenomena of landscape, and I was very interested in. I went to Australia with my wife some years ago, and western parts of Australia. I found these rocks, very strange rocks, and they influenced me such a great deal that I did stuff like this.
This is a piece that's ready to be raised, yes?
This is not raised. This one is raised.
Yeah,
this is raised. This is raised.
Okay, great.
This is raised. Now, what I use, this is foam core. Once again, that's a tree. I do very small chips. I put the small chips under this with paste, so you can see it's raised.
That's absolutely gorgeous.
You see.
Yes, I can see that there is a shadow.
Yes,
between, there is a little bit of.
That's it. Yes.
And these are finished pieces. Two examples.
These are finished pieces. I got very influenced. I was totally fascinated by nudibranchs, and nudibranch is like a sea slug, and they can change their sex, or they can change their whole. They can change their whole environment. And I did a series on the soul of a hummingbird. I always believe that the myth about the hummingbird is that when it flies up, it carries the soul of a dead Indian. And I was so fascinated that this is what I made. I made a whole series of these to the soul of the dead flying with the hummingbird.
I see. And this collection is also very special because you made your own paper for them. Is that true?
My own paper as well.
We have examples of it here.
Yeah, we have some examples of it here. Where did that come from? Yes, this is. I mean, I make my paper like this. Is how it starts with. I cube it. I do 10 long, and then I turn it around, cut it off, and then I do it again, and then I get a wire brush and I scrub it. I scrub the paper, and you can see how many different types of paper I use.
Yeah.
And then I draw. I spill ink on it randomly. And then I scrub it more.
I see. Great. So this allows you to have something really non-representational.
Yes. And then of course, then I inlay this. This is all inlaid. I sort of cut it out. I put this in. You see. I put all this in. This is not just stuck on, it's inlaid.
Yes, actually this goes very much with your idea of inserting the landscape into the animals.
Absolutely, yes. Instead of putting the bird or the animal in the landscape, put the landscape in the bird or the animal, or of course the fish. Yes.
Yeah, that makes it really super interesting.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes.
Okay. John, thank you so very much.
Thank you.